Hi there, everybody. Hi there, everybody. I trust that you're well. So today we're speaking to the guys. Today we're speaking to the men. Um, you know, you know what a flea is? A flea. The thing you find on the dog. That thing that jumps all over the place. It's a flea. I think it's more mosquito that's just zooped up and hyped up from steroids. Goes to the gym all the time because he keeps on jumping. But anyway, that's just my takes of it. But you know what a flea can do? When you take a flea and you put him in a jar and you close the lid. Did you know for the first hour that flea will keep on jumping and will hit the top of the lid or the bottom, so to speak. But every time it jumps again and again and again and again for an hour. And after a while, it stops jumping, but not totally. It stops jumping just below the lid. Safe. Now, if you take the lid off, you know what it does? It keeps on jumping below the lid. It keeps on jumping low. Never escapes, never tries. Because in his little flea brain, the lid is still there. Even if it's been taken away. That's most men, bro. Including myself. We hit a ceiling once. A bad boss, we lose a job. A failed business. A woman that says no to you. And a toppy that will say to you, you will never be. And that causes us to stop jumping. We start adjusting. We start settling. We build our whole life around a lid that's been removed years ago. And here's the kicker, my brothers. Some of us become the lid. The lid for our children. The lid for our friends, for our spouses. You know when a friend tells you, guys, I have this business plan. And this is what my plan is. This is what I'm going to do. And what do we say? You're dreaming too big, bro. It's impossible. You can't make it. Bro, you were that flea. Now you're the jar. You know that toppy? The old toppy that's always at the Braai. He broke that jar. One jump at a time, one day at a time. That's why everybody wants to be him. Not because he's old, but because he's free. See, old trees are the strongest, my bro. The roots run deep. The branches are wide. They survive storms that flatten the young, little flashy trees, always trying to look good on Instagram. But that tree, it didn't grow in one day. It grew one ring at a time, one season at a time, one day at a time. That's that toppy. Rooted, strong, not performing, just being. Gents, that's the goal, man. Not to just get old, but to get better with age. You see, gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. Gray hair, guys, is a crown. Not a crisis for you to try and dye it, but anyway, let me not get there. But I want you to catch this. Attained in the way of righteousness. Attained. not automatic. You don't get respect for surviving, guys. You get it for living right. One choice at a time, one day at a time. That toppy with the crown, he earned every grey hair. The others just got old and grumpy. There's a difference and there's a choice. Now you see, I know a toppy, 78 years old, still builds till this day, still carries bags of cement when he's building. And every morning, very early in the morning, when we are still sleeping, he's in his garden getting his house right before he leaves. And every afternoon when I see him, he's always helping somebody, fixing a fence or building a wall, listening to people's problems. I asked him, and I said to him, why, you're so old, get someone to help you. Why are you so busy? You must rest. I mean, you've worked so many years, you've done all these things. And he just said, my boy, a man who rests too much becomes irrelevant. I want to be useful until the day I go home. And hopefully that day is not on Tuesday, because he hates Tuesdays. But then he looked at me in a very serious manner. And he said, you know what? I didn't plan to be this guy. I just got up every morning and chose to do something useful. One day at a time, 40 years later, and here I am. That's it, my brothers. Useful, relevant, contributing. Not just consuming, but giving. One day at a time, with a sense of humor, because nobody wants advice from a toppy who forgot how to laugh. All serious in all things now. Teach the older men to be temperate, worthy of respect, self-controlled, and sound in faith, in love, and in endurance. Worthy of respect. That's the standard. Not demanding it, not expecting it because you've been around since before you had color TV. Worthy of it, man. But how you live, your faith, your love, your endurance. Guys, you earn it, man. Every day, every choice you make, every time you bite your tongue when you want to bite somebody's head off. And bro, some days you won't feel worthy. Some days you'll mess up. Some days the lid, it feels like it's back on the bottle. That's when you just have to choose again, guys. One day at a time. Nobody's perfect, but continue to choose. Those of you that are here, that know about vintage vehicles, those old cars for the younger guys that you see the toppies drive, and you think to yourself, yes, like I saw this in a music video in my toppies cassettes that he hid away in the music videos when they recorded when MTV was still running. Those old Mercedes, those classic Beetles, valuable. Not because they are new, because they are classic. They are built well, man. Maintained, history, it has character. Guys, that's you. You're not becoming less valuable, man. You're becoming a classic. But only if you build it right. Only if you have character. Only if your story is worth telling at a family gathering or here by us at a braai without everybody suddenly wanting to go to the toilet. because they will bear fruit in old age. They will stay fresh and green, still bear fruit in old age. The promise, my family. You don't retire from being useful. You stay fresh, you stay green. You keep producing and you keep blessing. And bro, some days you won't feel fresh. Some days you feel dry, you feel wilted. That's normal. That is normal. That's life, man. You just don't quit on it, man. You water those roots. You wait for the rain. You show up one day at a time. That's the toppy who makes young men say, when I grow up, I want to be like him. There was a toppy in his 80s. He drove himself to church. He visited the sick people. He mentored young men, man. And he still flirted with his vrouw in public. Badly, but sincerely. And he was asked the question, Oom, what's the secret, man? He said, every morning, I ask God, what do you want me to do today? And every night, I ask God that I do it. Also, I ate my vegetables that my vrouw makes me. But then he said, I was a young idiot once. I made mistakes. I hurt people. I wasted years. Guys, the secret isn't being perfect. The secret is waking up tomorrow and trying again. One day at a time. For 60 years, the Stoppie did it. Simple, profound, slightly funny. Stay connected to God, guys. Stay useful. Stay humble. Eat your vegetables and take it one day at a time. See, the glory of young men is their strength. Gray hair, the splendor of the old. Young guys have muscles, energy, speed. Old men, they have wisdom. They have experience. Perspective that money can't buy. The ability to see a problem when it's 3 blocks away. Because they've been there, my bro. They've been there. But that wisdom became one lesson at a time, one failure at a time, one day at a time. Nobody wakes up wise, guys, man. Nobody. You wake up, you mess up, you learn, and you try again. Guys, that's your superpower, man. That's your superpower. Use it, share it, and own it. You see, even the gray hair, especially the gray hair, it's your participation trophy. But for actually surviving life, one day at a time. Doesn't move. The lighthouse doesn't chase ships. The lighthouse doesn't try to be a speedboat. This lighthouse, it just shines constantly, reliably, through the storms, through the fog, even through load shedding. But here's what you need to notice. That light, it doesn't shine all at once. It shines one beam at a time, one rotation at a time, one day at a time. Through nights when no ships are passing, through nights when it feels like nobody's seeing me, it just keeps on shining. That's that toppy, man. Doesn't chase relevance, man. Doesn't try to be young. Doesn't try to wear a skinny jeans at 70. Oh, thank God for that. It just shines with wisdom, with kindness, and with faith. But the occasional dad joke that makes you groan and smile at the same time. We all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You see, the ships find the lighthouse. People find the lighthouse. They find the stoppie, a beacon, a safe harbor. And you see, my Oupa, everybody knew him, everybody respected him. Not because he was rich, not because he was powerful. Couldn't work on a smartphone to save his life if he had to try now. If he tried to do a Zoom call by holding his phone to his face saying, I can see you, can you see me, to nobody. But he was kind. He listened. He showed up. Somebody died, he was there. Somebody married, he was there. Somebody needed advice, he was there. Didn't have much money. But guys, he had time, attention, and love. And a really bad Zoom technique. But I asked him at the end, Oupa, how did you do it, man? All these years. He just took me by the hand, rough, man, like a tree bark, and said, my boy, I didn't do it all at once. I just woke up every morning and chose to be there. Some days I failed. Some days I was a donkey. But the next morning, I chose again. One day at a time. That's all any man can do. That's what people remember, my brothers. Not what he had, but what he gave. Not how he died, how he lived. One day at a time. See, young wine is harsh, sharp, immature, headache in a bottle, like a 20-year-old who just discovered opinions. But give it time. It softens, it deepens, it becomes complex, it becomes rich, and it becomes valuable. But that's wine. It didn't become great in a day. It sat in the dark, in the quiet, in the barrels when nobody saw, one day at a time, through seasons when you probably wanted to give up and become vinegar. It's you, bro. As you age, please, man, get better. Get softer, get deeper, and become more valuable, man. Don't become bitter. Don't become angry. Don't be stuck in the past. Don't be the guy who complains about these kids these days at every chow time or every dinner or every braai. Just become better, man. And in those days you feel bitter. That's okay. Feel it. Feel it, receive it, take it, man. Then choose better tomorrow. One day at a time. I want to ask you guys something. And I'm sure the O's know this thing, the guys that's around here. And I'm going to say, we call it geckos here by us. I don't know what they call it by your side. I'm sorry. If you have to Google it, then Google it. But you know the gecko. Your little thing, that little guy. Skinny legs. That weird toes that stick to anything. Sticks on the wall, the ceiling, the window. And up he goes. That same gecko that watches you when your fridge comes back on and sounds like a helicopter. And you're laying there now, you're awake, watching a gecko like, what now, bro? That gecko. Now you see, he keeps on climbing. Up he goes. And he falls all the time, climbing for the moth. Down he comes. Legs in the air. Looks dead. Then what? Lies there for 2 seconds. Shakes his head. Gets up. Climbs again. Same wall, same moth. He doesn't post on Facebook about his trauma. Doesn't find an ear wall. He just climbs. One wall at a time, one fall at a time, one day at a time. That gecko, He's been around since dinosaurs, man. Not because he's the biggest, because he doesn't quit, because he gets back up, because he keeps climbing no matter how it looks. That's that topi, bro. Not the lion, not the eagle, the gecko. Small, unseen, falling and getting up. Until one day, somebody looks up and realizes he's reached the ceiling. I remember that flea, bro, we were talking about. You see, most men stay in the jar, adjust to the lid, live small because small feels safe. That topi broke the jar, one jump at a time, one day at a time, even when it hurt, even when people laughed at him, even when the lid was still on, he kept on jumping until he came off. And now, he's the reason other fleas look up to him and think, I want to jump like that. Being that topi is not about age, guys. It's not about age. I hope you're catching this. It's about character. Choices you make today, shaping who you'll be tomorrow. Choose wisdom, guys, man. Choose kindness, man. Choose faith, man. Choose usefulness, man. Choose to break your jar. And bro, you don't have to break it all at once. Just jump a little higher today. One day at a time, man. You see, Moses was 120 years old when he died. Yet his eyes were not weak. No, his strength gone. That's the goal, bro, to the very end. Strong, clear, useful. Not fading away, not giving up, finishing well and finishing strong. The topi at the braai, that's what you're becoming. Start today, man. Jump higher. The lid's already been taken off. And if you don't feel strong today, it's okay, my man. Rest, breathe, then get up tomorrow, man. One day at a time. That's how Moses did it, and that's how you'll do it too, man. My bro, can I tell you something? Nobody told me until it was almost too late. Your kids are watching you. Not listening, watching. They don't remember what you said, they remember what you did. The nights when you came home late and you still read them the story. The mornings you got up early when you were dead tired, but you were still there for them. And bro, you won't get every day right, man. You are going to miss some guys. You are going to mess up royally sometimes. That's not the end of your story. The story is that you came back one day at a time. Your wife is watching, Owens. She doesn't need perfect, guys. She just needs present. To still look at her like you did at the braai when you were 19 years old and she was the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, because she still is. She still is. And on the days you forgot, when you were distracted, tired, distant, that's not the end either. You choose her again tomorrow, one day at a time. That's the love that lasts. Your friends are watching, guys. The young guys are watching. They're not looking for perfect. They're looking for a real one. One who fails and gets back up. One who cries and still leads. One who admits he's scared and still does it anyway. And bro, no one needs you to have it all together, man. They just need you to be honest. To say, I don't know, but I'm here. To show them that becoming is messy. That is only one day at a time. That's the man they need, man. And one day, somebody's going to stand at your funeral. Not many. Not if you lived small. But if you lived large, if you broke the jar, they'll be standing there. Because there'll only be standing room, no place to sit. And they're not going to talk about your car or your house or your money. They're going to talk about the times when you actually showed up. the times you listened, the time you gave them when you had nothing left, the time you loved them when they were the most unlovable, the time that you were kind. And if you're lucky, some young guy is going to stand there with tears in his eyes and say, I want to be that toppy. I so hope that one day my children will say that. Because that's it, bro. That's the whole thing. Not the money, not the fame, not the likes, not the perfect life. One man standing at your grave, wanting to be like you. That's the crown. That's the legacy. That's everything. So guys, start today, man. Don't wait for tomorrow. Not when you're ready. Not when you have it all figured out. Today, choose to show up, guys. Choose to be kind, guys. Choose to be useful. Choose to love when it's hard. Choose to jump even higher, even when the lid is still on. Because one day, and that day comes faster than you think, you're going to be old. You're going to be that old toppy at the Braai. And when that young man looks across the coals with smoke in his eyes and hope in his heart, and he thinks, I want to be that toppy. Make sure it's right, man. Make sure you earned it. Make sure you lived it. Make sure you broke the jar so he knows that it is possible. And bro, you don't have to be that toppy tomorrow. You don't have to be him next year. You just have to choose him today. And choose him again tomorrow. One day at a time. No matter how it looks. No matter how hard it feels. No matter how many times you fall. Get up. Choose again, one day at a time. That's how you break the jar. That's how crowns are earned. That's how life becomes worth living. You got this, me bro. Not because you're old, because you are becoming. And the becoming, it's beautiful. It's hard. It's worth every bruise. It's one day at a time. My family, I'm signing off. Hey bro, go well, man. And jump, bro. Jump, man. That lid's already off, man. One day at a time, no matter how it looks. No matter how skew you jump. But at least jump, man. This is me signing off, brothers. Please, can I ask you to like and subscribe? And like. I say that, yes I did. But guys, thank you for being part of this journey. As time goes on, there will be a bit more order. But this is what we do. Talk about the real things. My family, signing off. Shalom.